Okay, we are now going to talk about trigonometric ratios. Okay, so this is the first really trig we will deal with in a math class. Okay, and it comes to us in geometry, trigonometric ratios. So basically what this boils down to is when we have a right triangle, and I'm going to draw one right over here for us, okay? When we have a right triangle, it does not matter what the right triangle is. There are certain ratios that will always be the same when you're considering side lengths and angle measures. So label this point A, this B, well, that was not very pretty, this B, and this point C. And we will call this side A, this side B, and this side C. That's a lowercase c. It doesn't look it. Now, what we know is that when we're going to consider angle A here. Okay, that's going to be the angle we work with in this video. Okay, so angle A, this side over here is going to be the side opposite of angle A. Okay, so opposite. I'm just going to write OPP. Okay, now adjacent is a word that means next to, and this side B is going to be the adjacent side. Okay, now you might say side C is also adjacent, but side C is our hypotenuse, and it will always stay the same. So I'm going to write HYP, short for hypotenuse, and of course ADJ down here was short for adjacent. Now that we're considering these things, we have three sine functions: sine, cosine, and tangent, which we can always know some facts about. So first, the sine of angle A is going to be equal to the opposite side length over the hypotenuse side length. Okay? Our second trigonometric ratio is going to be that the cosine of A is equal to the adjacent side length over the hypotenuse side length. And last but not least, we'll discuss tangent of A, which will be equal to the opposite over the adjacent side length. Now that we know which sides are going to be the ones that apply to which ratio, we can actually use the side lengths to name it. So for example, let's rewrite them all. Sine of A is going to be the opposite side, which is A, over the hypotenuse, which is C. Cosine of A is going to be the adjacent side, B, over the hypotenuse, C. And then the tangent, last but not least, tangent will be the opposite A over the adjacent B. Now this is just a very brief introduction into trigonometric ratios, but it's a good way to get yourself started thinking about the opposite sides of certain angles and the adjacent sides, and of course the hypotenuse will always be the side across from our right angle.